Alvernia University and Albright College got together Tuesday afternoon at Berkshire Country Club for 6 singles matches in the 15th annual John Yocum Challenge Cup. Alvernia brought in a 2-1 advantage after winning 2 out of 3 4-ball matches last Thursday at Ledrock Golf Club. Matches went out in reverse order. First one on the turf, match number 4, was Tyler Sebular versus Justin Lancaster. Match 5 was Jake Duffy and Mike Waugh. Match number 6 was a pair of lefties, Joe Polidoro and Pat Lord. Match number 7 featured Keyoung Chung and Austin Weller. Match 8, Jack Lynham versus Dylan Okonski. And match number 9, a pair of number 1s from both schools, featured Luke Fagley and Nick Hand. The Golden Wolves got off to early leads in all 6 matches. Here, the match of Keyoung Chung and Austin Weller has reached the 5th hole, with Chung holding a 1-up advantage. His greenside chip nestles down near the hole. He would miss the par putt, but has conceded the bogey that is good enough for a win, and Chung was 2-up through 5. He would go on to win 3 straight from there and made the turn at +5. Lynham reached the par 4 5th, 2-up, thanks to a pair of birdies at 3 and 4, and here Okonski rolls in a short putt to have the hole. On the next hole, the 203-yard par 3 6th, Lynham had this putt to save par after missing the green. Okonski also had a long par attempt. He'd missed that, but cleaned it up for bogey to remain 2 down through 6. Lynham would win 2 of the next 3 and made the turn 4-up. In match number 9, both players played the front 9 in 1 over par with a pair of birdies. Here at the 10th, Fagley is 1-up with Hand chipping from the back of the green. This ball comes to rest some 8 feet short of the pin, and Fagley had a look at birdie to win the hole outright. That putt misses the mark, but the par putt is conceded, and Hand would have a putt at par to try to have the hole. This miss gave Fagley his 4th 2-up lead of the round, moving on to the par 3 11th. Chung and Lynham both finished off 7 and 6 wins for the Golden Wolves to give Alvernia a 4-1 lead in the Cup, and Duffy had Waugh Dormy with 5 to play. Waugh won 14 thanks to this shot, won 15 to extend the match, but conceded the match on 16 when his tee shot on the par 3 was tugged left into the driving range. Duffy's win over Waugh gave Alvernia 5 total points, enough to regain the Cup. The final 3 matches on the course will be played to completion for the final score. Here, a lag putt from Lord is good enough to win 14 in his first lead of the day, 1-up on Polidoro, who had a shot at the half, but was off the mark. Polidoro bounced back on 15 thanks to this approach shot and squared the match with 3 holes to play. With Lord sitting some 15 feet for birdie on the par 3, Polidoro had this chip for par.
Come on. Yes. Oh. Oh.
Lord converted the 2-putt for par to win the 16th and go back 1-up with 2 to play. Polidoro answered back with a par and a win on 17, and the 2 played 18, all square. The match between Fagley and Hand reached 15, with Fagley holding a 1-up lead. This chip would set up a nice look at par, and Hand from hole high right was a little short on his chip, but would also have a putt for 4. Hand missed his putt for par, giving Fagley a golden opportunity to go back 2-up with 3 to play, but the sophomore's putt was just offline. Both players found the surface on the par 3 16th, having roughly the same line and a look for birdie, with Fegley going first. His putt will just miss, and Hand now has a chance for birdie to square the match. That putt looked just as good the whole way, but will eventually lip out, and a pair of pars means Fegley holds a one-up lead heading to 17. While in the Polidoro Lord match, both players were left off the tee and hit their approach shots on the green with chances for birdie. Lords is off the mark first, then Polidoro with a chance to make birdie and a win. Polidoro was just off the mark too, and the players would have the match, Alvernia taking a 5.5, 2.5 lead in the Cup. Back at 17, Hand was left off the tee, had this pitch up to the front edge of the green, with Fegley sitting in the fairway. Fegley's pitch carries pin high and rolls toward the back of the green. He would have a birdie putt from there, with Hand chipping for birdie in the front. First, Fegley from 35-40 feet lags it down. Ball rolls past the pin and settles about 5 feet uphill for par. Hand would follow with a short pitch just inside Fegley's ball. This gave Fegley a look at guaranteeing at least half a point with this par putt. But he could not convert, and Hand stepped up to his short par putt and knocked it in to square the match with one to play. Hand was left off the tee at the short par 4 18th, had to negotiate some tree trouble, and left his chip just greenside. Meanwhile, Fegley was in the back bunker, had this shot to try to get back onto the green and get up and down for par. As he did the hole before, Hand chipped his shot up to within 4 feet for a look at par. Meanwhile, Fegley had another lengthy attempt to try to save his. That par attempt came up a little short and was conceded for bogey, and Hand had a chance at his second straight par save and an opportunity to win the match one up. He would convert the short putt, and the final score of the match would be Hand winning one up. Final score in the team match, Alvernia wins the Yocum Cup, 5.5 points to 3.5 points.